Hey everyone, so today I am here, it looks like a mess, but I am here to actually go over some products that I've received from the team over at Rubber Stamps. They graciously reached out to me and asked if I would try their stamps, and I was excited, and I absolutely said yes. I do have a very large collection of stamps already. And so I am not new to stamping, and so I went through their website. I decided to get like something that I knew that I would absolutely use in my bullet journals. So they sent me a set of stamps here, and then a pigment ink. This is the black, and an acrylic block. And so I'm going to go ahead and try these stamps and their ink in my Clever Fox bullet journal for work, which is 120 GSM paper. And I'm also going to try it in my bullet journal, which has Tomo River paper. You know what? I guess I can try it in the Moxie Life, which is also another 120 GSM paper. But I do want to try all of these stamps. I am also going to pull out my existing stamps because I might need a different size rubber block just for the size of my hand for some of the smaller ones. I love the acrylic blocks with lines on them because when you place your stamp, you can make sure that it's straight. And when you're actually putting your stamp on your page, especially if it's a dot grit or a lined page, you can line this line up with the dot grid or the line and make sure your stamp is written straight. It's a really thick acrylic block, so I'm liking this. They do have multiple different sizes of their acrylic blocks also. And so their inks, it says Remarks by Excel Mark. This is just the black. They have a very, very large variety of colors on their website. And I'll make sure to put the links of everything down below too, just so you guys can see what I have. So this is their ink pad. Let me show you the thickness of it. We have some lines and some banners, tons of sticky note type sizes and bullet journal. I call them bullet journal squares, notes, to-dos, some really cute little decoratives. Look at these little ones. Those are so cute. I'm actually going to get out this acrylic block too, the smaller one that I have for the smaller stamps. Okay, so for this section of the video, I just decided to kind of speed things up because I definitely took too long trying to get everything together. I did a lot of talking, a lot of explaining, but I really just kind of wanted to show everybody how these stamps were when they transferred to the page. The first stamp I was actually really nervous about because it was like a dashed line, and I honestly thought that it was gonna like just rip in half when I pulled it off of the piece of plastic, but it held up really well. And so the silicone that the Rubber Stamps company used is a really thick and deep silicone, and it held up really well. I was very proud of it. I did have some issues with this banner right here, but it was absolutely 100% user error and the fact that I just didn't really push it down enough. I am showing here that some of the ink did transfer to the inside of the stamp, which I was very nervous about, and so I chose not to push down the stamp too terribly much because I was worried the inside was going to transfer to the paper. However, it did not, and so I was pretty excited about the depth of the silicone stamp compared to, I guess, like the raised edge where the stamp actually is. So during this entire video, I was pleased that none of my inside part of that stamp, you see how it all turned kind of like gray-black, that none of it actually transferred to the paper. Here I am trying it in the Tomoe River, which is what I use for my personal bullet journal. It looks really good here, and it didn't really do a lot of bleed through. It actually did 0 bleed through. Honestly, it did 0 bleed through, but it did smear a little bit later in the video, and I'm sure that you'll see that as well. And so I'm just kind of going through each one of the stamps. I wasn't cleaning them as I was going, and I quickly found out that my fingers turned a mess. And so I ended up starting cleaning them a little bit. That one right there that I just did is probably my favorite one because it's like a little priorities sticky note, and I just loved it so much. It is such a great one. I actually like a lot of them, but the priorities sticky note, that's what I'm calling it anyway. So as I go through all of these stamps, I do try several of them in different orientations, just because when you have a rectangle or square, you really don't have to put it any specific way. So I was kind of excited about seeing a little bit of the vertical and the horizontal for the sticky notes. Again, I'm just calling them sticky notes because honestly, that's how I'm going to end up using them. And so a little bit more about these stamps. I didn't discuss it at the very beginning, but they are extremely affordable. So I did actually join the affiliate program when the team over at Rubber Stamps ended up reaching out to me. And so I do have a discount code available that will save you 10% at checkout on their website. I'll make sure to put all of that information in the description box below. If you do want to use that code, it is unlimited uses. You can use it as many times as you need. Is what we've got so far. And then this is the back of the 120 GSM paper. I'll show you. So it didn't work as well on the Tomoe River paper, but stamping for me in this particular paper has always been really challenged. So here's the back of it. So this paper is always going to ghost if you know anything about it. If you don't, then ignore this part of the review because I don't want this to sway you, because this is just a characteristic of this actual paper. Okay, so definitely don't recommend it in Tomoe River papers, but absolutely recommend it in 120 or 160 GSM papers because these are such great stamps. I am going to clean this real quick because I have ink all over the place. Oh, I forgot to do the teeny tinies. And sometimes those tiny ones are actually really important to test out because sometimes the tiny ones are the hardest ones. And so let me get my smaller. This is not from Rubber Stamps. This is from a different brand. I'm going to get this block out because I think it'll be easier for my hand. Rubber Stamps has smaller blocks, but they just sent me the larger one. Okay, so these small ones sometimes can be really challenging to stamp with. So I'm going to do kind of like a little bullet journal task list type. Top 3 is what I would probably use this for on my daily page. Or I guess even on my weekly page. With like a little deco. Oh, come on. So freaking cute. So the reason I say the small ones can be really challenging to stamp is because A, because they're small, and B, depending on how the stamp is cut, you don't actually get a really good definition of what that icon shape or whatever it is because it's just so small. It ends up looking like a smear instead of an actual heart. I love them. Okay, so I did go on their website and try a couple of things out. So I do have an affiliate code, Carla Law, that will actually save you 10% on your order, which usually I always tell people kind of just takes off some shipping. So here's the thing. If you just order one stamp set, I went on the website and I put this stamp set in my cart. It was on sale for $9.99. The shipping was only $1 in the US. So I am in the Midwest in the United States, and it was only $1 for one stamp set. So if you went to the website and you got overwhelmed and you already have a block and you already have ink and you just wanted to try their stamps, shipping is cheap. So I also wanted to let you know that my discount code Carla Law did work on sale items. So a lot of these stamps are on sale right now. If you're big into bullet journaling, decorative memory keeping, definitely go check the website out. I'll leave the link down below. If you want to use my discount code, feel free. If you don't, that's totally fine too. Okay, so let's discuss pricing. Okay, so this kit here, this one is called the Notes and Plans. It's currently on sale for $9.99 with a regular pricing of $12.99. The ink pad is a $3.15 ink pad. This acrylic block is a 4x4. They have a 2x2 and I think a 6x6 also. The 4x4 acrylic block is $12.60. So overall, pretty decent pricing as well. And then if you have any questions after you browse the site, definitely hit me up and let me know. You can find me over on Instagram, or I can answer some questions down in the comments also. So again, Notes and Plans, normally $12.99, on sale right now as of the time of filming for $9.99, a $3.15 ink, and then the acrylic block is, this is the 4x4, and this is $12.60. So thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out. The team over at Rubber Stamps, thank you very much for sending these my way. I'm going to head to the website and grab a couple of more of the bullet journal type kits, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Thanks.